internally steaming. His invisibility is about to drop. Then he stops and... Fair dues. Lead me throughout the ship. It should still transmit to the access tunnels.
No, I don't actually know where he is, do I?
No, you have no indication of where he is at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
doing a ship-wide broadcast, and I repeat to you because you're not hearing it, that the area you're going to is in red.
Right. I'll reply in saying, check any sort of logs. Maybe the captain kept a journal laying around. Maybe someone did.
That's what I was actually headed for.
There are no
the captain's chair.
There is no chopped wood on this room at all. I've looked around for that. Why would you ask for such a thing?
Look.
Well, hey, you started it.
Hey, all right. No more snarkiness. I reply saying, well then, I will be proceeding to the fuel. Let me know if anything changes.
Okay, you do understand we're trying to warn you that the fuel is in a red area. It's in a danger area.
Well, we don't know what it is.
He's saying it's red, and
Okay.
yeah, and where we are, it's green, and we are not dead. So, you know.
I'll just go take a peek at what's there real quick.
Yeah. Hang on. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? I mean, everything is gonna go just fine. There we go. I prepped it. You're welcome.
I just go take a peek. I am being very quiet, and I am invisible, so...
Okay. You go into... through the promenade again, just walking through, and you do see what appears to be a sort of hatch with... how do I say this? Nails and everything like that is just keeping it closed.
Wait, like
it
nails?
Seems to be the access panel. Huh?
You said wood and nails?
No, not wooden nails, but as in the access panel itself is made of wood and it's nailed.
In a place like this? It's okay. I
No,
pop
like-
it open.
How do I explain this?
With words.
Yeah, with words. Variation is also. It's true. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The point being that you can't enter it unless you take out the
Right.
nails.
I'll just go ahead and mend the wood so the nails will pop out.
Okay, that's easy enough. You do so. It pops out. It opens up. And you see a sort of rather small tunnel leading through this area.
And just check it, there's no moss, right?
There is no moss here, no.
Okay. I'll pull out a glow rod and crack it and proceed on my way.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll send my gazer out 100 feet in front of me.
Okay. You do so. Do you also crack a glow rod and continue
Yes.
on? Okay. You do this, both of these things, and start walking. Meanwhile, on the bridge of the ship, you are looking for a captain's quarters area.
No, what I was going to do first is sit down in the captain's chair.
Okay.
And I'm going to look, because if there are buttons and panels and accesses everywhere, I'm thinking if the captain had any kind of a recording device, it would likely be either in or near his chair. So, without really knowing what I'm looking for is any kind of like touch pads on the arm of the chair or anything that might trigger anything that the captain would have there. to try to
Captain's
figure
log.
out if there's anything, at the. I'm figuring the chair is still the focal point here, so I'm trying to examine that and see what's going on.
You examine it. You see that there is actually, when someone sits down, these panels that you saw on the desks around, the stations around, actually push up and encompass you, and you're able to do whatever it is once you sit down.
Okay. I'm trying to basically then see if I can find anything to do with logs or records or anything the captain would have kept.
Do you sit down?
I do, yes.
As soon as you do, you hear, "Welcome, Captain.
Thank you.
Error. Currently, there's insufficient energy. Please report to engineering."
Now you're going to try to tell me what to do.
Can I just continue to look around this thing to figure out? Huh?
Hey, Doc, I'm trying to figure out a route to engineering.
Okay. You look on the image, and you sort of just keep going through. You don't actually speak or read the language, do you?
No, I do not.
So you do see a lot of labels on it. However, you do not know where anything is. But you do know that the fuel source, just pretty obvious it's a fuel source because of the way the structure is. It's actually a dedicated floor. It must be nearby in some way. You come to that conclusion. So
Nearby is
You're
it
not
near to the
quite
room
sure.
or near in the ship?
near in the ship.
Okay.
Can I make some rolls just so if we in the future need to panically hit a button, I have a good grasp of what that button would be? Let's just get a better.
Yeah, you can roll
Lay
maybe
of the land.
more intelligence checks.
This is getting bogged down.
Yeah. You're not. It's very hard to sort of
Never mind.
figure this out.
Yeah.
It's just alien to you.
Yeah, I think we should cut to Seeger and see how he dies.
Okay. You can do that. But what do you do afterwards, Casey? Besides, sit down and.
I can't get any kind of access to any information. I mean, that's what I'm trying for. Other than the chair telling me what I should do.
No, nothing's like popping out at you or anything like that.
Okay.
There is a flashing light on one of the buttons.
Okay, I press that one.
You press it, and immediately another image, spectral image, sort of just opens up of what appears to be a sort of letter with writing on it.
This is what I was looking for.
And you see that it is almost like an electronic letter. An email, basically.
Crazy.
And it details standing orders and what it basically is supposed to be doing, which is going around what is supposedly called the Gamma Quadrant, and going to the planet called Sarandarine to make a pit stop.
Have I ever heard of surrendering?
No.
So these people were just making up worlds.
Or they've just named shit that you don't know what that is.
I made space. Come on now.
Names change.
You're right. Maybe they're using the wrong name.
Okay, we're floundering here, guys. Let's change to, maybe we switch to the other character for a bit and see what's going on, because we're just sort of like rehashing stuff here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go to Seeger. Seeger is going through the hatch, walking down this narrow, cramped space. It starts to get pretty darn hot. There's not a whole lot of ventilation here. You begin making your way through until it splits, and there is actually a walkway down, a walkway up, and a walkway forward.
Sorry, my mic was muted. Are there any boxes nearby?
There are no boxes nearby now.
Damn. Alright, I tell my gazer to go up, and I will go down.
Okay. The gazer goes up into more tunnels. You continue downwards to more tunnels.
I am...
It's the point where the gazer stops because it has to follow you.
Right, yeah. I am, of course, looking for engineering, fuel, maintenance, these kind of words.
You are looking, and you are finding some markings and labels and everything like that, but a lot of it seems to be about the promenade, like store A and store B,
Right, okay.
etc. But you continue to go down, and you actually get to what appears to be a bunch of different wires. These large, chunky things made of rubber, basically.
Okay.
And there's this one specific one, which is larger than all the other ones.
Yep.
And it's going up.
I cast fly on myself. Start flying with my gazer.
You're not invisible anymore in that case.
Flying up. Yes, you are not invisible.
Oh well.
Hold on one sec. Be right back.
I'll have to use a pearl as well. Get my spell slot back.
Mm.
Because it was my last spell.
Good thing. You might not need any more spells in that room. I'm sure that won't be a thing.
No, that's why I'm using my pearl, so I have a spell slot.
Okay.
I'm almost tempted to
Everybody's just like really thinking really hard about what the fuck to do.
I'm almost tempted to land our other ships against this thing, start flying towards where we were already headed, and sort the rest of this problem out along the way.
Yeah, I mean, we can't tow it, right?
No, I'll just fly it.
He can just fly it. It's one of his things. He just makes it his mount, basically.
I can just fly this thing.
Like what he did with your mech.
I wasn't there for that, but okay.
Yeah, I can make this my Spelljammer and fly it.
You have a portable helm?
With
Yes.
the Flute.
Oh, with the flute. Never mind.
Mhm.
The flute is a ultimate helm.
You do have to be playing it, though, right? For it to be moving?
No.
Hmm.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I do have to play it for it to
Yeah,
activate.
so that means every other effect probably comes along with it.
That's
No,
by
'cause
far
the
the
other one is a
best thing
different
about
effect.
that item.
Well, I mean, an ultimate helm is something every Spelljammer captain probably wants.
Yep.
Well, ultimate helms come from the Spelljammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the plan, though.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan? Just fly this thing? Because remember, like, okay, speaking logistics-wise, like, completely out of character, this thing is obviously out of time, and time wizards are going to come get it.
Yeah, we'll just kill them when they get here.
Doesn't work like that.
To Daz,
It looks abandoned. It looks abandoned, Sager. I don't think they'll be back.
All right,
You
you're back.
created space, supposedly, then you thus know time affects space directly. But space doesn't affect time.
Oh no,
You know
they affect each other all the time. And space.
Sure.
So
All right.
what's up?
So you fly up through the tunnel, continuing on, and you follow this huge wire. Basically, it gets you up to 5 minutes of you flying before you basically get to the point where there is in fact an exit, and the plug actually goes through the floor of something. The wire.
Is there any way to, like, squeeze in there? Would a small creature be able to?
Not through where the wire meets the floor, no.
Hmm. Is there, like, an access hatch nearby?
There is another one. Yeah.
Cool. I go and do the same thing, pop it open, and see what's inside. Or outside.
Do you pop it open?
Yeah.
As soon as you do, you immediately get a whiff of that terrible fungus, the mold. And you see this is entirely infested with it.
Yay, I'm infected!
Dare I say it? Told you so.
No, we got we know
get
the
out
fuel. This
of
is the fuel.
access.
Oh shit, that's what they're
It's a spore drive.
And you see that there is a large cylinder with this mold coming out of it in like a huge metal stand filled with all of these control panels and things like that. And you immediately begin to cough. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 2. Is it? There we go.
You find yourself being overwhelmed by this as the mold creeps into your airways and just sort of just sticks it up as if you are you have something in your lungs. Basically, it feels like that, and it gets worse by the second as you are continuing here.
This is not a magical effect, yeah?
No, it is not a magical effect.
Shit. Well, I will fly away from the spores very quickly, get a good distance if I can, and then proceed to try and heal myself, maybe? That would work?
Heal yourself with...
Using my last Aura of Creation.
Okay, you do so.
I doubt it'll do anything, but I have to try.
It doesn't seem to do much. You still feel that feeling inside of your lungs.
And it's definitely spreading, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah. It's
Soon
getting worse.
something will burst out of your chest, and we will have to kill you and your offspring.
After
You
I tell
actually
the offspring
hear-
that I told him so.
You actually hear movement nearby,
In your chest.
and the sound of something crashing into another thing. Yeah.
I'm infected already. I go back and look. I just, wrap my cloak tighter. Keep
You
going.
go deeper and look, and you actually see in the faint glow of the mold a humanoid form with this hunch over back, yellowish skin, a large elongated jaw with what appear to be teeth coming from his lips instead of like the inside of it. Black eyes, just completely black, bald, naked, very sort of, what's the word, lithe, lanky,
Right.
with sharp claws that protrude from his fingertips. He has a bulbous belly, too. Just, like, he is thin, and then just big fucking belly.
Okay.
And his head seems to be large and drooping on the back, almost as if his skin is sort of like pushed onto his back.
This is pleasant.
Do you have a picture?
I do not have a picture.
I got a good imagination of how bad this thing is.
It's ugly.
I want to talk to it.
Ah,
Okay. What do you say, and in what language?
I cycle through Draconic, Supernal, Elvish, and Relayan to see if it understands. Like, the second I talk, I know it's going to be alerted, but I want to see if it responds in any way, recognition of any kind. I am ready to fly away.
It looks at you, and immediately gets down on all fours and starts circling you as
Well,
you begin to speak.
I'm in the vent, right?
Yeah, it's like circling the entrance. Basically.
Okay. Are you sentient? Can you understand?
Millie, go for selection.
And if
It growls at you.
is it speaking a language?
You don't know.
This may be a stupid waste of my familiar. I send my familiar down to touch it and give it the tongue spell, so it understands all spoken language.
Okay. It touches it, and the spell is imparted. Do they have to be willing?
Spell grants a creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language.
Why wouldn't you
Yeah.
just use it on yourself?
Because to understand any spoken language.
Tongues is to speak and for everybody to understand you.
That's not what mine says, but okay, I'll do that.
When the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
Okay, I thought it meant, like, you use it on the
And
person.
you understand any spoken language it hears. That you hear, rather.
No, it makes you a universal translator.
Yes. Correct.
And I want the creature to understand me.
Right.
Mhm.
So it will understand you if it has one language.
Okay, yeah, I do that on myself then, I guess.
Okay.
And that doesn't
Use
break
it,
concentration. I don't
Yeah,
think.
it, correct. It does not break concentration.
Okay.
And you say it again,
Yeah.
and it looks confused and sort of like huddles backwards a little bit. And it says, "You can understand?"
Indeed. We're not so different, as you can see. I very carefully, like, push my body out, like, not... I'm flying still. So, very gently, like, showing that I'm not dangerous. I have my hands out open wide and say, I'm not a threat to you if you're not a threat to me. Are we in agreement?
You must not be here. This is my place. You must leave now.
And you can have it. I don't want to be here. I'll tell you what, though. Please remove the spores from me.
He looks at you, and then he very slowly, on all fours, crawls towards you.
You're fucked.
Gently.
He grabs you
Oh, God.
and puts his mouth to yours.
Uh,
And bites
kissing
your head
hot.
off to suck the spores out.
And he does, in fact, suck the spores out. Yes.
ugh, that is the most uncomfortable feeling I've ever felt.
It takes your breath away, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. It's fascinating to know you're sentient.
And sexy.
Nice kisser.
Maybe to an elephant. Definitely worth looking at his brains.
I mean, so yeah, Gertis will, hopefully he lets me go.
I mean, now he has a taste for you, and
Now he wants me.
yeah, wanna see where this is going.
Literally.
Yeah.
Does he let me go?
Yeah, he lets you.
If you love someone,
Go.
you let them go.
Yeah.
Nice words.
I ask him, as I'm floating backwards, towards the thing, I ask him, why don't you want anyone to know you can talk?
He says, there were others. They came. They bought me. They made me dance. I produced what they wanted, so they would leave me alone while they all wanted more. I broke out. I killed them all. I took them.
And you're still trapped.
Yeah, you're talking to a rogue engine.
No, a green engine.
As I'm leaving, I say, just know that you're still trapped, and there will be others coming for you soon. Fair warning.
Why are you
And
warning him about us?
Not warning about us.
You should.
He says, then I will kill them too.
Okay.
And he goes back into the shadows.
Alrighty then. I fuck right out of here. Fly back as fast as I can.
You fly
Look,
back.
Alex,
as
you were
fast
right.
as you can.
That was a red area.
As I'm flying back, I ask, Theranos, you there?
Yeah, what?
What did you think about that?
It's fucking weird, dude.
What are we gonna do about it? Or what do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't see a reason to enslave a sentient species. It's not exactly within my forte.
Ask if it's good fuel.
How do we release it?
Just let it go.
Didn't you say something about chronomancers?
Oh yeah, they're probably gonna show up soon.
Will they kill us?
No.
Okay. Head back.
You didn't ask if it's a good fuel source.
He doesn't consider it a fuel source.
Well, it's obviously a fuel source.
Yeah.
It's
it is a
sentient.
fuel source. Yeah, it's a sentient fuel
You're
source.
also a fuel source. Go get in a death jammer.
No.
Or light jammer. Either one.
You're also a food source, but that's beside the point.
So I do get back quickly as possible and inform
Okay.
them of everything that went down. Like, there's time wizards on the way and we need to go.
Well, no.
You
this is
guys
our new ship.
watch as he arrives, and while you're fumbling around with things.
Not
Okay.
fumbling.
They're
Investigating.
not going to let you keep the ship. They're going to take it. Because
No,
it's
no,
in
no, no,
a
no.
wrong place.
I can talk them into it.
No, you can't.
Of course I can.
Stop being a failed god for once.
Ooh. Ooh. First the whale, and now
Right.
this.
We're docking the other ships and flying this out of here.
And you're going to lose both ships if you do.
You can always stay behind.
You're going to leave me a ship?
No.
Well
But
then,
you can stay
it's
behind.
decided. You do realize the time wizards are just going to take it, and you literally can't stop them.
Of course I
You're
can.
nothing.
We'll see about that. Let's pass a
And
message
when you're
back
proven
and let's
wrong
dock the other
again-
ships.
Do you want both eyes taken? Because in one hand you have a successful deity, in the other you have a failed one. You keep grasping onto that one.
Roll for initiative.
Right, I don't
That's a good
see
save.
them.
When you actually want to fail a roll, you fail.
Yeah, I just failed at failing that roll.
Yeah. Okay, so anyhow,
we're
what
passing
are we doing?
message to the other ships.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that?
Send someone running down the corridor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Jamie gone? Is Jamie even here?
She's
She's
in
probably
I'm here,
driving,
buddy.
dude.
I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, ask Kia to head down and ensure that both ships are docked, basically attached, tethered, whatever the correct nautical term would be, and inform them that this ship will be towing them towards our destination. At least for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm moving in, and then I head off and do that.
You go ahead off and do that. What button do you push?
Hmm?
What number button do you push?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, to go back down to the deck we were on.
Yeah, and
We came up
sorry.
to 10, but we don't know what deck we were on.
Can I
Yeah.
do a intelligence check to remember which one was lit up when we first got into the boxed room?
I mean, you can also just do trial failure.
Because I don't
Doc, are
think
you
I
there?
ever heard the deck number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go ahead and roll it.
I just rocked up at work, so I gotta go. Oh.
All right.
That was
Alright,
part of
here we
why
go.
I was also having you run the messages.
Oops, I hit wisdom by accident.
Hey, but you got a 19, so that's great.
Nice.
So you're rolling saving throws, not checks.
Saving throws.
It's a 19 though. So.
Oh, I see it though.
You got a 19 though, so 24. Yeah, you remember it is in fact 2. 2,
We were on deck 2? Okay.
correct.
So just to double check, we are all going back to our original ship, and we're towing this. We're not staying here.
No. We were staying here and towing the other ships with this one.
Oh, okay.
This is the biggest ship, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, sure.
Didn't
I'm
we
out, bye
understand?
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Later, Jamie.
Yeah. Anybody can also roll me another intelligence check.
Well, Gertis is over messing with a panel, and I'll tell you what he does.
Ilix. Holy shit.
Ilix
Nice.
realizes this place is a lot bigger than it is on the outside. This thing has 10 floors, and it's only 300 feet on the outside.
Holy shit. Seeger.
What's with all the pounding of keys?
Sorry. It's because it's next to it. Tabletop mic, remember?
So it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Yes.
And also, it needs, as we established earlier, it needs a lot of crew to run it.
Correct.
And they all have to be skilled in their various things, which we're all still guessing at everything.
But
So, Captain-
my way of piloting it doesn't require them to have the skills to run the ship, though.
Okay, if you can fly it with a flute, fling it.
Yep.
Yeah, I can fly it with a flute.
Do it.
It's a fluke that I can fly it with a flute.
I'm switching. I'm going to log off and log back on because my phone battery's about to die.
Okay.
No problem.
So basically, I'm going to wait until we get word that the other ships are secured, and then I'm going to sit down in the captain's chair and use the flute to get this thing moving in the direction we were headed.
Okay, so you... Eventually, Kia does come back and tell you that the ships are, in fact, secured to this ship on either side. Meanwhile, Sega, roll me an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. 19.
You know that by pressing a few of the buttons and giving a voice command that you would be able to achieve what you want.
Gonna go ahead and reverse that and see if I can trigger an emergency release.
Okay.
Basically, like fake an overheating in the sensors. This is basically me trying to make the fuel unstable willingly, and then have it vented.
Okay. Well, you do know what the fuel source is.
Right.
So how would it overheat?
Does this overheat?
No.
Oh. So if it doesn't overheat... Emergency... There's no just like, we need to dump the fuel, it's gonna blow.
No. Because
Also,
it does
bear in
not
mind
blow.
if it's a plant, dumping it into space might not help it much.
Alright, never mind. Well, he just physically can't do it, so never mind.
No, you can. You can do it.
Well, he doesn't have the access code panel. thing.
Not for the emergency thing, but there is no emergency protocol for that.
How will I
The
get my
emergency
vitamin C?
protocol is to do what you're doing with the voice command and the number of buttons.
Oh, so it just happens. It's not like engineer code 67294. I can
No.
just say dump
No,
fuel.
You just the voice activation is in supernal eject fuel load.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it's a situation of I ask the computer how to do it. If it does that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ejecting the fuel.
You do so. You all hear him say, ejecting the fuel,
What are you doing?
and then you hear a sort of violent shaking on the ship. You feel it, rather, I should say, not hear it. Although you do hear it as well. And then you hear the monotone voice again say, "Fuel ejected."
As he's saying that, I don't know if I'm going to have a chance at here or not, but because I'm in the captain's chair, there is usually a big red override button of some kind, and I'm trying to hit it if I see it.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Just drifting off in the void would be a fate worse than death.
No, I don't see it.
What, it
I
wants
think
to
no,
be
I'm
on the
wrong.
ship doing nothing?
No, I certainly don't see it.
I mean, I would rather be on a ship doing nothing than floating off to sped in an escape pod.
It won't even be
Yeah,
an
that's
escape
just
pod.
me.
It's just going to get vented into space and die.
Yeah. Okay. Sure, it happens.
Yeah, then the shaking stops. And then
What
everything
the hell
goes
did you
okay.
just do?
You hear no main fuel source.
Curtis points and says, "That. I released the creature."
to sabotage the ship.
Emptied the fuel because it's trying to kill us?
Then we needed to
Rerouting
control
to
it,
secondary power source.
There's a secondary power?
Error. Secondary power source not on board.
Ah, right, that was the secondary. To be fair, it was going to try and kill us.
Rerouting to tertiary power source.
Well, now we need to find a new one, don't we? So
The time wizards are coming for the ship. I'm proving a point.
you're
We're sabotaging
mentally
the
ill.
ship.
There's no visitors
Tertiary
here.
power source accepted.
What?
There's only
The
us.
power source.
Someone put him in a brig somewhere.
No, we actually do need partial power. But I wasn't going to accept actively being on a ship of slavery, Captain Daz, unless you support that thing.
First off, this is the first time you've mentioned that. You
No.
just came back and started venting the fuel. You didn't mention that you had found a creature.
Yes, I did. I said I relayed everything that happened down there
Right, well I missed
and
that.
started going on about a creature and time wizards.
I heard the time wizards part, but I didn't hear about the creature. Still,
Time wizards took precedent because they're actively coming.
Well, we don't know that.
yeah, exactly. You basically come back and started sabotaging things.
If you want to look at it like that, but
Well, you came back and said, Time Wizards are coming and there's a green thing powering the ship and I'm gonna release it.
Yeah.
okay, out of character, I told you guys I relayed everything that happened down there.
He did say that.
So,
did say that.
it is your fault if you did not pay attention.
No,
what
no.
happened.
But, I mean, also believing all that is a little bit weird.
Well,
Sure, fine. That's
that or
another
not,
thing.
you still took it upon yourself then to start venting the power source.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
you're still sabotaging
yeah.
the ship.
We can't keep it.
Of course we could have. Well, we can't now. You flushed into space.
No! First of all, that creature was enslaved.
Well, anyhow, let's not talk about
Obviously
what...
serving more of a purpose than floating in space.
You begin to hear sirens blaring for the second time.
Okay.
And you hear error, tertiary power source volatile. Please report to security.
Can we power down? Is there a big off button, considering we are not relying on the ship's power source to fly this? Can we basically go to the breaker room and just turn everything off?
Let's go to security. If he touches any more controls, someone shoot him. I head for the lift.
Yep.
Okay. You head for the lift. Go directly to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody else going to?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
sure.
going with.
I go along.
Okay. Vorka?
Taylor?
Taylor?
Taylor.
Yes.
Yeah. Are
Okay,
you
never
going-
mind.
are
I wasn't
you-
paying attention.
Are you paying attention at all?
Literally, I will do whatever Daz tells me. There was no point for me to
Oh
pay
my god,
attention.
you
Oh,
were...
yes, no! No, that's not a joke at all.
Okay.
This character... Yeah.
If he
There was
goes,
no point
if
for
he
me-
goes near another button, shoot him.
Yes.
Oh, I heard... Yeah, no, I heard that. I'm like, well, I'm just going to stunning strike him in the back of the head.
Oh, okay. So you stay there then.
Yeah, if he's not moving towards the lift, then I'm all for you staying there and keeping an eye on him.
Okay.
I won't kill him. I'll just stunning strike. And I have to...
I didn't say that. I said shoot him. You know, I mean,
He doesn't have a gun.
well, he has bolts of flaming energy.
Anyhow, we're going to this
Shoot him in the
power
arm.
source and see if we're going
Yeah.
to blow
Yep,
up.
down we go.
Yes.
So you go down. You hear another monotone voice as you get into the lift. tertiary power source has escaped.
Oh, so it was the third power source. Okay.
Okay.
As we're in the lift listening to this, I'm saying I'm going to kill him when we get back. I'm going to flay him alive, and
Thrall
then
is standing
flush him
there.
into space.
I
What
just
is
dropped
the I'm sorry. What is the name for lockdown? Yeah. Emergency lockdown. What is now applied? Something like that.
Is now in effect.
Is
Yeah.
now in effect. Thank you.
Great. And I forgot about my suit.
I look at the mech.
The keys are not in the ignition. Fuck you.
The lift stopped working.
It's not going to affect you if you eat that brain, is it, Ilix?
Hell.
Then fine, yes, you can. As long as you're not going to start acting like him.
I do tend to take on the personality.
Then no, you can't.
He's already an adversary.
Yeah.
Or adversary.
Thrall would say, let's pop the hatch, and says, oh, I wouldn't know about the hatch. Never mind.
Yeah, if the lift stops, then we're
Yeah.
getting out of the lift.
Mm-hmm.
By
You get out
force
of
if
the lift.
necessary.
No. You get out of the lift.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're
It
heading-
hadn't
I thought-
even begun to move yet.
Okay, I thought you meant, like...
Oh,
the
so
no,
we're
no.
locked on the bridge.
Yes, correct.
Oh.
Mm.
That kind of ruins my plan. Damn.
What were you gonna do?
Don't worry about it. Walk
No, I
over
have
to-
heard.
I walk over
Okay.
to the captain's room.
When we can't get into the lift, I turn around and pull my gun on Gertis and say, "You caused this."
No, I'm sure a bunch of slavers caused that.
No, you started this chain of events.
Captain, you wanted to explore the ship. The ship
Yes.
has been explored.
No, the ship is now locked down where we cannot explore because you started taking actions just without any kind of.
Consequence, Daz? Are
I'll
you
shoot
going
him
to?
in the leg?
Roll for it.
If we're gonna break into party fighting, I'm out of the game.
Yeah.
No, seriously,
It's.
I'm not into that at all.
You.
The gun breaks.
That's fitting. It explodes in your face.
As soon as that happens,
For funny
Hey.
stuff, I'm cool, but I'm not into the kind of game where players kill players and that crap.
Mm.
That's like should be obvious.
Still story
Yeah.
conflict, man. Little drama.
I don't think anybody was gonna kill anybody.
Well,
No, it's just story drama.
that okay. Okay,
I mean,
go ahead then.
conflict.
Go ahead then.
All right. As soon as the gun jams, you see as a very large blue portal arrives on the bridge, with what appears to be a very ancient-looking elf, a dragonborn of a sort, and a human, no, I'm sorry, a dwarf walk out
Mm. Obviously,
from the portal.
leader.
and stand there. And then the dragonborn says, I believe that's enough.
I immediately look at him and start.
11. Is that what?
Oh no!
Actually, the DC is going to be the flute's DC. I don't know what that actually is going to be.
At 16.
Oh, yeah, 16.
Or 18, actually. Yes, 18.
Even better.
DC
It
18.
defaults to that because it's on my sheet. It's the flute.
Okay, so you immediately pick up the flute and use Enthrall on the Dragonborn?
No, on the one that just... Whichever one just spoke.
The Dragonborn just spoke.
Then him, then, yeah.
Okay. You use that on him.
Just immediately going into, look, I don't know who you are or why you're
Any creature
here.
that can't be charmed succeeds on the saving throw automatically. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
the elf, but Dragonborn.
Dragonborn
Wizard,
cannot be
guys.
charmed.
Can they not?
For some reason. He can't. No, as in he cannot be charmed.
Ah.
He says, you do not want to do that.
There are a lot of things that I don't want to do right now. The chief among them is dealing with you. Please, just go away.
Yeah, who are you? What are you doing here?
That would be the Time Wizards.
You shut up.
I walk up and say, pleasure to meet you both. Or all three of you.
He looks at you with indignancy, and he says, great. So he has a henchman now.
He just cocks his head.
He looks at Daz, and he says, we'll be taking the ship. Please disembark both of yours.
Fair
We've already
salvage.
taken the ship.
Yeah. For compensation, though. Right, Captain?
I'm just staring them down at this point.
We appreciate you finding it. Because if you had not, perhaps someone else with hostile intentions would have. And for that, we will compensate you.
You can compensate me by just leaving. I'm having a bad enough day as it is.
This ship does not belong to you, nor does it belong to anyone here. It belongs
It was an abandoned
to
ship.
another
It's been salvaged.
reality.
By the right of spelljamming law, it belongs to whoever has salvaged it.
Spelljamming law does not apply.
Of course it does. It's one of the oldest laws of space.
Hey, Doc, I will telepathically ask them, does the ship belong to you?